Hi everyone, in this video we are going to have a look at the clip path function in CSS. I have these 2 or 3 images here just to present you what we can do with clip path. As you can see, we can crop images in some complicated shapes, or we can maybe layer images and create then animation effects, or crop images in order to display only one part of it. Okay, so coming to the code, we have these 3 nested divs. We will use those as example. Actually, for the first example, we will only use one. Anyway, coming to here, we have this square which have a width and a height, a background color, and a border. So basically, we have a square. And the easiest thing that we can do with clip path is to define a circle. It accepts this circle function. If we leave it blank, the square becomes a circle. We can define a custom radius for our circle. As you can see here, we can give the distance from the origin as second parameters. For example, we can say that is 40 pixels from the horizontal axis, 50 pixels from the vertical axis, and it becomes like this. Very likely you are going to use shorthands, like if you want to place it at the top right, you can do it very easily, or you specify it with percentages, otherwise bottom left. Of course, you can use any different measures of CSS, and of course if you use one, it will use it for both the horizontal and the vertical axis. Then we have another function which is ellipse. Is more or less like circle, but is more flexible because as an ellipse it accepts 2 parameters, so the one radius and the second radius. Now I'm not sure how an ellipse works, but basically you define 2 radius and then it describes these geometric shapes. As it was for the circle, we can define the distance from the origin. Okay, and move it inside the our shape. Then we have another possibility. These are the 3 easy functions that we can use. Inset allows us to crop the image. So basically you can diminish the pixels of the top, the bottom, the right, and the left, and so the result will be a square that is contained inside the other square, and here you can define how much you will crop from the original one. Actually, you can even round the borders. Anyway, you are not likely to do all these things with manually. So I don't want to prolong myself too much saying these things, also because there are some very complicated shapes that you could potentially create. There are online generators that does these things for you. So you can find a generator like I found here, and there you define what you want to do. For example, we were creating inset, so you can find inset here, and as you can see, you can even round, and I didn't even remember how to do it, but it's pretty easily, and you can use the GUI here, which is much simpler than, of course, going there with the code, and then you can round the things as you want. Okay, so you can do things like this, or many more complicated shapes that they are created custom for you from the editor. So this is what you are actually going to do. You are not going to use it manually. For example, the one other function that you can use inside to create a custom image with clip path is the polygon. So you define different points and it creates you the polygon. All these are actually polygons. There is another function which is path. Here I don't see it, but basically you can just search for it or create it through ChatGPT. The function path allows you to even round these borders so that they become a sort of rounded shape. And that's it. So I don't want to waste too much of my time trying to explain you how it works, the clip path, because you are not actually going to use clip path as to write down all these lines of things to create this shape. You are going to take it from here. Actually, is much more complicated to animate a clip path. So I wanted to give you an example to animate a clip path. So as you can see here, I created this animation for one simple clip path, and there is actually no way you can just use an editor that will do this for you. Maybe there is, but is something that you have to do it on your own. So we have to talk about it, because anyway, you might want to do things that are much more complicated than this. Anyway, is not a lesson about animation. As you can see, I have my circle, which is 50% on the top right border, and then you can animate it as you want. It's been quite painful to do all this animation, because I did it with my hands. And that's it. So basically what I want from this video to pass is you have to know a little bit of the syntax of the clip path, because you need to know the potentials and what you can do with it. But basically you are going to use a generator for it, and then if you want to create animations, that's going to be the real job.